in audio.
Stop talking about Aston Villa.
Yes. What's going on, people? It is JM here, Noirvillan. Welcome to Villa Noir. It is Tuesday. It should have been at 12 o'clock, but it wasn't at 12 o'clock. And we're here having our lunchtime conversation. Whoever is in this chat right now, make sure you're smashing that like button. As you come in, make sure you're smashing that like button. If you're watching the playback, make sure you're smashing that like button. Make sure you sub into the channel. On the road to 1K subscribers, really want to get there as soon as possible. And yeah, listen. In the next 24 hours, just over 24 hours, sorry, in the next 36 hours, then let's put it that way, I'm hoping that I can sit here and say Aston Villa are the princes of Europe. That's the hope. I'm hoping that I can come online and say that Aston Villa have won their first piece of silverware in 30 years. And I don't even know how that would go. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm nervous, not because of necessarily the other team, Freiburg. I don't know much about them. I haven't done much research. I probably need to do some before tomorrow. But more so because it's a final, so anything can happen. Anything can happen in a final. So for many Villa fans, whether you're in Istanbul right now or you're at home, working, all that kind of stuff, there's a undercurrent of, I want to say, of nerves that are happening. This is my first stream since Friday, since we beat Liverpool. So I just want to talk to you that just a little bit. You know what? I said it in my match reaction. I said it. I've said it on other platforms as well. I'm just so glad that we got that win. It takes so much pressure off us tomorrow, because tomorrow is not about winning. Tomorrow is not about qualifying for the Champions League. Tomorrow, that has nothing to do with it. Tomorrow is all about getting silverware. Tomorrow is all about winning something for the club, winning something for the fans, winning something for those players. So I think there's less pressure there. So I'm just so glad we got the job done. And with this game, one of the things that makes me nervous about tomorrow is just the fact that it's a one game thing and anything can happen in one game. However, to harken back to that game against Liverpool, who are meant to be one of the better teams, not just in the country, but in Europe, on the continent, etc. It was a one game. Both teams needed to win that game to be able to get qualification for Champions League and lock it in before the last week of the season. And usually I'm a bit nervous about one game, games that mean one game that means everything, because Unai, we've seen in the last few years that we flopped. The semi-final of the Conference League, the semi-final of the FA Cup against Palace. So to get that win and that type of win against Liverpool, a team like Liverpool, fills me with much more confidence about tomorrow. However, Villa fans, the reason why I came on here today is because I had a watch of the road to the UEFA Europa League final video that's on YouTube. TNT Sports will put it out. And there's a few things that just came to my mind whilst I was watching it. And I just wanted to address them with you guys. And as you're coming in, let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? about this. First talking point, and I think we all know this, that John McGinn has been our best player. Now, is he our best player in terms of like skill and technical ability and all that kind of stuff? Potentially not, because you got the likes of Emi Buendia in there, you got the likes of Morgan Rogers in there, you got Tielemans, guys that are more technically gifted potentially. But John McGinn is the driving force of this team. And I was on the catch up a few months ago. I was on the catch up a few months ago, and I was talking about the effect of a captain like John McGinn, and especially in that period where we were missing him. I was saying that it's when you have a captain like him, when you have a player like him that is the driving force, the heartbeat, the engine of the team, and they're not there, it's very evident. And I think if there's any season that has proven that, it's John McGinn. It is John McGinn. It's John McGinn. He scored the first goal of the season for us. We were struggling for goals at the beginning of the season. Couldn't score. Couldn't get on the team sheet, on the goal sheet. And who was it that scored that important goal for us against Bologna in the Europa League? John McGinn. John McGinn has scored so many important goals for us to just either to break deadlocks or ease pressure. And he's been the engine and the driving force of our team. He's so important. And watching that video today just reminded me of his importance. The goals that he scored throughout this campaign, the Europa League campaign, have been pivotal at points. And he just showed himself. And you know what? There'll be nothing better than watching him lift that trophy tomorrow. There'll be nothing more satisfying than seeing him lift that trophy tomorrow. And I really hope that if it does happen, that he's tearful. Do you know what I mean? That's our guy. We got people up the Villas always, you know what I'm saying? Everyone that's a Villa fan, just type up the Villa in the chat, man. Just put UTV in the chat, man. But John McGinn, priceless. John McGinn is so important to our club. Let me know if you agree with what I'm saying as well. But watching that road to the final, his input, his impact, and you even see the difference of when he's not in the game. So those games, that period of time where he wasn't there, you could see the difference in the team, even just from the highlights. The next point that I want to say, so the one game that we lost, and the other game that was very shaky that we nearly lost or nearly dropped points in the league phase at home, Tyrone Mings was at fault. You know what I mean? Like, yo, if there's one thing that doesn't need to happen tomorrow, is Tyrone Mings be on the pitch. Listen, let's win it for Tyrone. Let's win it so that, you know what, it'd be good that if he's the second person to lift the trophy after McGinn. But we know Tyrone don't need to touch the pitch tomorrow. He's not the player that he once was. He's not as sure at the back. And there's mistakes in him. Do you know what I mean? There's a couple of mistakes in him that we can't afford tomorrow in a time and a game where anything can happen. It's a final. I don't want to see Tyrone Mings near the starting lineup, because even from the highlights, we're able to see that he's a bit of a liability there. I'm gonna get to the injury updates in a second. All right. Let's check. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna look in a second. Another thing, guys, I really have to. Emiliano Buendia. Watching those highlights today, I've realized that I've been doing this, but I did it for one game. But I think I need to own for the season, especially in the Europa League. Complete my bad. Do I think that I struggle with how he helps us in the team in terms of the type of way we play. But when we click, he's often involved. And I've been all season saying, yo, I don't want this brother in the team. I don't want this brother in the team. I don't think he's good enough, this, that, and other. But the moments where I've seen Villa click, and the moments I've seen the beautiful play, the beautiful passing football that goes through the spine of the team, you know, often linking with Tielemans and Morgan Rogers, Emi Buendia has been involved. And I think I've allowed my frustration at his style of play override the output that he's given, especially in the Europa League. So I owe him a huge my bad. And you know, especially if he goes tomorrow and does a madness, a huge my bad. So we'll see. Yeah, people, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna talk about the starting lineup until tomorrow. So every time, if you're new to the channel, I do a stream in the daytime of the game just to talk about what I believe the starting lineup should be. We can have that conversation. So tomorrow at early afternoon, I'll be doing that as well. Oh man. All right, another takeaway from that video. Another takeaway from that video. Donyell Marlin was critical for us at the start of the season. And it's actually a massive shame that he left. I know that he wanted more game time. I know that he wanted to play more, all that kind of stuff. I get it. We get it. I know that Ollie Watkins wasn't firing, but if we didn't stick with Watkins, would he be firing the way that he is now? That's the question. But Marlon was a real good reprieve for us at the start of the season and that earlier part of the season. He did take the pressure off when Ollie was misfiring. He did score critical goals. And I think post-January, I feel like we probably would have benefited or could have benefited from his presence, but he wanted to go elsewhere. And as much as there's lots of frustration at him leaving, towards him, you know, if we do go on to win this trophy tomorrow, you know, there's a lot to be said about his involvement as well. I don't know how many games he would need to have played to get a medal, but we'll see. Got two more, in fact, three more takeaways that I had from the video. And you guys let me know your takeaways from the overall Europa League campaign so far, like what your thoughts were, any key moments, any key players. As much as he frustrates us, as much as he is annoying, as much as he did what he did in the summer, Emi Martinez is priceless. Some of the saves that I saw today when I rewatched the highlights, listen, he's a top-class goalkeeper. We're blessed to have him. But on another note as well, big shout out to Marco Bizot, because those games where Emi dropped out last minute during the warm-up, he came in and he did a great job. And I think we've got the best number 2 in the Premier League, if I'm honest with you. Maybe outside of James Trafford for City. But he's played a massive role. And I think what has come to light from my watching of all this Europa League journey has been a complete team effort. You know, unfortunately, Aston Villa hasn't been a team where we just feed one player and it's one player centric. You know, it's a team game, and maybe we want to see a version of Aston Villa that is a person-centric team where there's a focus on one person and it all kind of revolves around them, because it might feel more glitzy, it might feel more glamoury, but in reality, football's a team game, and we're seeing that, and we've seen that from Aston Villa. So big up to the Mandem and big up to the team. Two more. One, Evan Gesson was a waste of money and a waste of time, and I'm so glad he's gone. I don't want to ever see him in a Villa shirt again. I don't want him back from Palace. I'm sure he sold him, but I'm just so glad he's not there anymore. He was a waste of money and a waste of time. And you know, I say this respectfully because he's a man, he's a person, he's a human being, has a family, all that kind of stuff. But as a football player for Aston Villa, I don't want to see him ever again. So I'm glad he's gone. And watching him in those highlights again today was mad frustrating. I was like, yo, this guy's trash. And I'm so glad he's gone. You get me? And then finally, one of my last takeaways from that video is that one of my biggest worries about tomorrow is if it goes to penalties. This season in the Europa League, anyway, we've seen Morgan Rogers, Emi Buendia, and Ollie Watkins all miss penalties. And those are three, should be like goal scorers. So I know Emi made up for it the last game, but yeah, if it goes to penalties, I would be a bit more worried. But hopefully we get it done within 90, which is what I'm trying to say. So it's not too late of a night and we can party and celebrate. But basically, guys, I'm here to just say Aston Villa must. We must. We must do this. It's imperative that we win tomorrow. This city deserves this. This club, this fan base deserves this. The players deserve this. Unai Emery deserves this. What he's done for our club is just so amazing. Let's think about 10 years ago. If 10 years ago, somebody would have said, JM, in 2026, you would be in the Europa League final. You would have qualified for the Champions League for the second time in 3 years. You would have been in the Champions League the year before. You would have gone toe-to-toe with PSG, who were the eventual winners. You actually beat them at home, but you lost on aggregate. The year before, you were in the Conference League because you went from 17th to 7th within about 7 months, 8 months. If you told me in 2016, 10 years ago, that this was going to be the case, that Aston Villa would be in this position, I would have laughed in your face. I would have said you're crazy.
Yeah.
I would have told you you're a lunatic. But it's so interesting how things change. And tomorrow, I'm going to start saying it, when we win, it will just cap off a few of the greatest years that we can talk about as Villa fans. I wasn't around when we won the European trophy. I wasn't around. It was before my time. I wouldn't say I have conscious memories of the League Cups in 94 and 96. So this is my first time. I'm a big grown man in his 30s, and this is the first time I really feel like we're gonna do something special, and it potentially could be emotional. Do you get me? It potentially could be emotional, but it'll be worth it. So, guys, listen. Big up Kizzy, man. What you telling me, my bro? Yo, need to hit because we need to pattern some stuff. But listen, guys, tomorrow it's the big day. It's the day. You get me? It's the day where it all aligns. And because of that, naturally, there's going to be a lot going on. I will be doing a team talk. I'm going to say midday. So join me 12:30 tomorrow. We're talking about Aston Villa starting lineup for tomorrow, what I believe it should be. It's Wednesday, so 5 p.m. boardroom. I'll be with KG and KJ. Depending on KG's game tonight, listen, there might be a disciplinary pending for him still. KJ has to answer for what happened with Liverpool the other day. I was surprised at their performance. Like, for us to just slap them at 4-2, do you know what I mean? Like, I was surprised. We'll hear from KJ, but all of that in preparation for the big show in the evening. I should be doing a stream, a watch along. I'm trying to go out to watch this game. In fact, I am going out to watch the game. I'm trying to be in and around the fans. I want to be with the people. I don't want a historic night to happen and I'm just stuck watching the game at Yard. Like, I'm trying to be with the people. So I will be in town at a location, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to stream a watch along from the location. So it'll be like a new vibe, capturing the vibes and them things there. So make sure you join me tomorrow evening for that. Regardless, it's a big, big day, man. Like, I'm sorry, like, there's so much other things I should be thinking about in life, yeah. But this is it right now. Like, this is the main thing. Right now, this is the main thing. Aston Villa in the final of Europa League, ready to do the works. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So we'll see what goes on. Before I go and have a look for an update on Amadou and Nana, there doesn't seem to be anything. I'm just looking online. Doesn't seem to be any updates anywhere. Yeah, there hasn't been any. There hasn't been any. Yeah, there's not been any form of official statement. I think it's going to be a daytime decision, a match day decision about what he does. Big up to the people them that are jumping in now. What's going on? What's going on? In terms of Anana's injury, nothing as yet. We know that it's a calf issue, and he's missed the last 4 games. He missed the last 4 games. So, yeah, we'll see. I think it's gonna be a match day decision because he'll be imperative for us tomorrow. People are jumping in now, asking questions that I've already answered, but it's all good. So how am I feeling for tomorrow? Listen, nervous, but excited at the same time. Nervous but excited at the same time. Man, my brain literally hasn't been on anything else. Especially since the Liverpool game and we patterned the Champions League, I've just been thinking about Wednesday. That's all I've been thinking about. I do plan to do a live for the match, man. I do plan to do a live for the match. Hopefully I won't be here. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to be out and about, man. And just to make sure you jump in tomorrow for the boardroom and the team talk in the morning, because I'll let you know where I'm going to be. Because it'd be great to see some people to come through to wherever I'm going to be to watch the game. Nah, it has to be on TNT because TNT it's on TNT. TNT is an extension of HBO. So, but then also it might. I think Prime are doing it as well. So we'll see. Listen, guys, it's okay. I'm gonna say this right now to any Villa fan. To any Villa fan, it's okay. It's okay to be emotional. Like genuinely, I don't know how I will feel. No, in fact, I know how I feel. I don't know how I'm going to respond if we win. I got emotional when we got through on the semis. I remember I was on stream. I was like, man's not trying to. I'm not trying to cry out on stream, but genuinely tomorrow, if we do win, I don't know if I'll be able to hold back emotions. I'm a grown man, and I've never consciously seen Villa win, and it will just be amazing. And I think my dad's gonna be with me tomorrow as well. And I'd love for that to happen with him there as well. He's the reason I'm a Villa fan. I remember a few seasons ago, like when we got relegated and stuff, and it was really tough. He was like, he was like, son, I'm actually really sorry, man. Like, I wish that you know, the team was better, but this is who we support, kind of thing. And I brought you in. This is my team, and it won't last forever. So, I'm tomorrow night when we win. I'm speaking live. I'll be with my pops. Do you know what I mean? And it will be I just think it'll be a really nice moment. I might cry. I might cry. You know what I mean? I might cry. And it's okay. We're allowed to we're allowed to lay out. I'm sure there'll be like fans from any I think like if Arsenal win the Prem, fans will be crying. Some fans have never seen Arsenal win the Prem. It's been 22 years. 21, 22 years. So we're allowed to do this. And I actually watched the video on TikTok, and this guy was talking about, people like to say football is only it's only a game, it's this, that, and the other. But they were saying for men, like there was a really good take. They said like for men, this is the one space that we're kind of able to be completely free with our emotions, completely free with how we regulate ourselves. And yes, there's some idiots out there that take it too far, but in a society where you know, being showing emotion as a man is sometimes frowned upon, being able to be happy is sometimes shunned, like boyishly happy. Like football provides the outlet. So yeah, man, tomorrow, guys, if if we win, when we win, sorry, when we win, cry, man. If you want to cry, cry. Do you know what I mean? Listen, Andy, listen, at least you know what it feels like, bro. It's okay. Um, but yeah, but listen, if I do ball, yeah, nobody be clipping up the tink, you know. I don't want to see no clips of nobody doing anything. But we'll be good, man. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I think it's gonna be a great day. I hope we get an early goal. I hope we get an early goal. It will just ease the nerves. Ease the nerves. As much as people are just kind of writing off Freiburg, listen, they're there for a reason, man. They're there for a reason. So we can't just write them off. There's going to be quality. They're all professionals at the end of the day. So we move, man. So tomorrow, guys, effectively, there's going to be 3 streams, man. There's going to be 12 o'clock for my team talk, 12:30 for my team talk, 5 p.m. boardroom, and I'll be doing a match. I'll be doing a watch long as well for the evening, probably starting around 7:30. And make sure you jump on a team talk at 12, just so that I can tell you where I'm going to be. Because if you want to come join me, if you're not there, if you're not watching it somewhere, like I said, Birmingham is completely being taken over by Claret and Blue. Listen, Walkabout, fully booked. Box Bar, fully booked. I believe all the pubs in and around Aston Villa, they're going to be rammed. I know the Warehouse is doing something at Villa Park. I know that there's something at Luna Springs in Digbeth with the big screen. I also know that there's something at the NIA, or sorry, the Utility Arena. Listen, let's paint Birmingham claret and blue tomorrow. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Let people them know that we are the big dogs of this city, the big dogs of the Midlands, and we're going to be the big dogs of Europe as well. Like I said, man, I have to call me the Prince of Europe when we win tomorrow. So it's going to be a great time. Listen, chat. Yo, I'm just excited. Make sure you go back and watch the original, the start of the stream. I was talking about our road to the final, key points, key things that I noticed through that, and we go from there. But tomorrow, listen, Villa fans, flood the chat right now with UTV, man. Put UTV all up in the chat right now. Up the Villa right now. I want it to be flooded. Make sure you're liking the stream as well. I want it to flood with UTVs because that's what it's about tomorrow. Aston Villa going to Istanbul and winning the Europa League. So, guys, I'll be active tomorrow. Got a couple of things to pattern right now on my side. But from tomorrow morning, man, I locked in. Look out for the free streams that'll be happening tomorrow. And we move. As I said, I'll let you know where I'm going to be watching the game. If you can come and link where I'm going to be, then that'll be great as well. Good to meet some of the fans, etc., etc. And we move from there. But listen, guys, we believe. Hold on, what is it? Let me put this one on there. This is what it is.
It's time!
Time for Aston Villa to stand up. Time for Aston Villa to be the giants that we are in Europe. Big up to everybody. Make sure you're liking this stream. Make sure you sub to the channel. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. And listen, as always, it's up the Villa. Peace.